Hi. Nope, sorry. Welcome to the first episode of the Breakthrough series. So in this Breakthrough series, I'm going to invite people from all walks of life to share with us their life stories. Through their stories, I hope it can encourage and inspire people who are watching the video to overcome the fears that you might have and to create the breakthroughs in your life. And to kickstart this series, I'm very privileged to have this guest with me. She is an American expat who came from New York to Singapore in 2013. She got her real estate license middle of last year and started her real estate career specializing in commercial shophouse. She's none other than Gigi. Welcome, Gigi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Okay, so Gigi, are you feeling very nervous now?
Yes, I'm actually very nervous because I'm very camera shy, so even being on this episode of yours is a huge breakthrough for me.
Ooh, wow, okay. So you relocated from New York to Singapore in 2013. Okay, honestly, I've never been to New York. I heard that it's a very vibrant city. Yeah. So what's the biggest difference between New York City and Singapore?
So I think the biggest difference I found between New York and Singapore is the weather and also the pace of life in Singapore. I've been asked many times by taxi drivers and local friends of mine like what I think about Singapore, and I always tell them that I love Singapore because I love the weather and I love that it's a slower pace than New York City.
Okay, and the food too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean the food is great here. I love Singaporean food, I love Asian food. But I just think that the pace is a little bit slower here, so then it allows me to have a better work-life balance, which is very important to me.
Okay, cool. And you have been here for so many years. What's the biggest challenge that you face, in Singapore?
I faced many challenges. Some small challenges I faced when I first moved here was as a trailing spouse, I wasn't independent. I came here with my husband. As a trailing spouse, you are not able to open a bank account on your own. You can't apply for a mobile phone. You basically can't do anything without the consent of your spouse.
Okay.
I think a lot of trailing spouses feel the same. However, I was very fortunate because after we moved here, we were here for about 1 year, and then we decided we wanted to apply for permanent residency. So we did, and after the first time, we got it.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
2013, yeah, okay.
It was pretty difficult.
Yeah, I heard that it was not too easy then, yeah, but congrats for getting the PR.
I decided I wanted to be a property agent because I was going through a divorce at that time, and I needed a plan because I wanted to stay in Singapore.
Okay.
So I went for the RES course. I took the exam. I studied on my own. I took the exam twice and I failed. So then I decided that I needed to find a different method because that method obviously was not working for me. I remember there was a lady who was sitting next to me in the RES course. She sat next to me for like a week, and then after that, she messaged me after every exam and asked me if I had passed or not and how I did, and I told her I failed. Then she told me that she had taken a very intensive course with an instructor named Jeremy, and after taking the course, she passed both exams.
Ooh, wow.
So then, after a lot of procrastination, I decided that I need to make sacrifices, and I contacted Jeremy, and I enrolled in his course. It took a really, really, really long time, and if anybody out there is having issues, passing this exam, I highly recommend it, but there's a lot of sacrifices that needed to be made. You need to study a lot. He has a very strict schedule, but I think that's why his students are able to pass because of his teaching method and his updated notes and his mock exams.
Yeah, I met him once, Jeremy. He is a super passionate guy who
He's
loves
really passionate.
Yes, so anybody who is facing issues, passing your RES exam, just feel free to contact us. We'll pass you Jeremy's contact. He's really a very nice, and passionate trainer. Yeah.
He is.
Yes, okay, so back to this question. You are a PR in Singapore, and on-off, I always receive inquiries from PRs who ask me whether, they can be a real estate agent in Singapore. And just to share the information with whoever who is watching the video, if you are a PR in Singapore, you can be a real estate agent. And if you are here for less than 10 years, you actually need to have this, what's it
Criminal
called?
record.
Yeah, no, it's a certificate of no criminal conviction.
Yes.
Yeah, certificate of no criminal conviction from the country where you came from.
Basically, it took me 3 months to receive this criminal record. It took me 2.5 years to pass the exam, and it took me another 3 months to get the criminal record. I think in hindsight, it was annoying, but it was a blessing in disguise because in those 3 months, it gave me the time and opportunity to meet with a lot of different mentors and companies to see and figure out what type of team I wanted to work with and what type of person I wanted to work with. So I actually am really happy that I had that 3 months.
Okay, you finally got your CAA approval in April, right? I remember you texted me in April. Yeah, so during the past 7 to 8 months, okay, we just roll back, the time. The first few months, I remember you were facing a lot of rejections. You had so many offers that were so close, but just couldn't close it. Then you remember I told you, the emotion is like a roller coaster, I really feel that way. Yeah, I mean, but that's what every new RES go through. And the good thing is that, after the first initial month, you did very well, and you were the top rookie for the month of October. Can you share with us, like, what are the deals that you have closed, Although you say that, this top rookie is not important, but I feel that for any
I didn't
RES,
say it wasn't important. I said I was surprised I received it. I didn't say it wasn't important.
Okay, anyway, I skipped one question.
The first couple months was a very expensive learning curve because I actually spent a lot of money on Property Guru. When I got my license and joined Orange Tea and joined your team, I decided that I wanted to focus on the expat market because that's what I'm familiar with and that's my circle. So I went for open listings. I called open listings and I posted them on Property Guru and I reposted them and I boosted them and I spent a lot of money. The expat market here is pretty intense and very competitive. I had a couple deals that, as you know, I almost closed, but it just didn't happen. So I got into this commercial shophouse market because one of our colleagues, his name is James Yao, he's our commercial shophouse guru under Rainmakers, under Navis, and he was nice enough to organize for anyone who was interested to go view commercial shophouses. He gave us the opportunity. It was like 1 or 2 hours once a week for a couple of weeks. He arranged with the landlords to open up the commercial shophouse units that were available for rent. He said we could just take the photos and then we could post them, and from there you could just use them as your own listings. So I followed him for a couple of weeks, and from there I was just so excited. We don't have shophouses in the US, and I've always been fascinated by residential as well as commercial shophouses just from being, seeing the outside or being in a restaurant. So from there I just ran with it. I took the listings that we had and I just posted them on Property Guru, and I got calls, I did showings, viewings, and then I closed my first deal about mid-August. That was a very, very, very stressful deal.
I remember. Yes, of course I remember.
It was super stressful, but it was a really good learning experience because, I mean, everything about it. If it wasn't stressful and it was easy, then I guess it wouldn't be so memorable. But it was very stressful. There were a lot of complications, miscommunications, but I was so lucky to have you and James, there for me all the time, answering my questions. I think the most important thing I've learned so far is that if you don't know the answer, you should just ask.
Yes.
And to be honest with your landlords and your tenants.
Yes. To be honest, I also feel the same because as new RES, there are many things that probably you will know. And even for experienced agents, there are also things that we don't know. So it's always good to be honest, to be sincere. Yeah, and I think people are very forgiving, and if they know that you are a new RES, I guess if you don't know, just ask, and just move on. You really inspired the team. Do you know that that day Priscilla was talking to me, and then she was just telling me that she was talking to this co-broke agent about the commercial shophouse segment. And this agent was saying that, oh, to do commercial shophouse segment, you need to have a very strong network of contact. So immediately Priscilla said, no. Yeah, because of you. You see, you really inspire us. You have no, contact in Singapore. You are a PR in Singapore, and you close so many deals within such a short span of time. Really inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Well, for my case, I was very lucky to have James introduce us into the commercial shophouse sector. But I don't know many people. I mean, I have my small group of friends. I don't have relatives. I don't have that many friends. I don't have a lot of contacts. But basically what I've done is I work with the landlords that I know and the management companies that I know, and from there I expand and I look for new management and landlords to work with. I walk the streets all the time. I look for signs. I look at open listings, and then it's also word of mouth, referrals. And they also I noticed that landlords sometimes go through Property Guru to see who is representing commercial shop houses and has listings. So I get a lot of contacts as well from there. Landlords contact me and ask me to help them market their units. So it's just about growing your base of rentals. But it's not only growing your base of rentals. I think it's about giving your landlords and your clients exceptional service, professional service, so that they trust you and you build a relationship with them.
Yeah, I think you did really well with that because, you came in April and you really started specializing in commercial segments somewhere in July, August. And by October, you are already the top rookie for the month. Whew, impressive. How did you do that? You want to share with us the deals that you have closed, so far?
So from mid-August to end of December, I've closed 8 commercial shophouse rentals. I have 2 tenancy agreements that are pending that will be signed in the next couple days. So I'm very proud to say that I've closed 10 in 4.5 months. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, but it's fun and it's a learning experience. Like, everything is new to me. Like real estate is new to me, commercial shop houses is new to me, but it's super interesting. Like, I meet a lot of amazing management companies. I meet a lot of great landlords. The tenants also, like I meet a lot of great tenants. In those 10 rentals that I've done, I've helped a hair salon open up, a beauty clinic, a restaurant, a couple offices for marketing and finance, a lighting gallery. So it's really interesting.
Yes, and it's really different. Very impressive. And
thank you.
Yeah, I think what you say really inspire many people out there, who are watching the video, whether you are new RES or experienced RES, if you are looking into the commercial segment, just focus and just do it.
Focus. That's very, very important.
Yeah.
I lost focus for a little while.
Yes.
I think maybe in October or November. I started helping some friends who moved here.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I started kind of doing here and there, and then I kind of lost focus on just doing commercial because you only have so much that you can do.
Correct. Yes.
So then I was like, no, I need to refocus. I'm only just going to do commercial shop house. So that's all I do now. It's just commercial shop house rentals and hopefully sales this year.
Yeah, man, that's your target for next year.
That's my target. That's my goal.
So I know you are a dog lover, and I always see you post on your social media photos of yourself with your dogs. And I know you have a dream. Very impressive. You hope to set up a non-profit for the local animal shelters. And for real estate agents who are dog lovers like you, they can actually donate a percentage of their commission into this cause. Do you want to share with us, this campaign that you're doing right now?
So with my first commissions that I made, I think a month ago it was actually, I set up a campaign under giving.sing. It's called Give Back to Shelters.
Yes.
I picked Oscars as the first charity to help because they were
Yes.
smaller and there weren't a lot of donations and people with campaigns under the Giving.Sing. So I chose them and I donated, well, I'm going to continuously donate 3% of my net commission from
Okay.
real estate to this cause. And I let it run for 6 months. And I just checked yesterday, which was 1 month, and it's already raised $1,900.
Yeah, I saw.
I'm really, really
Yes.
happy. It's very impressive.
Yeah, it's
I'm
yeah,
really,
very-
really happy.
Yes.
Because it's a good cause. And you don't need to donate to, you know, my cause. You can donate to other causes. It's just that there's a lot of people and animals out there, you know, that are less fortunate than us or our pets. And if you can, then just help out. I mean, it's not.
Yeah. You know, I don't know whether you remember when was the first time you told me you have this dream. I don't know whether you remember. I remember when was that. It was in our ex-agency office, you know, and then we were doing our website and you told me you
yes,
have,
yeah, it was
yeah,
on
I
my
remember.
website.
Yes. Yeah, so anyway,
on
when
my
I
website.
when I heard you have this dream, I was like super excited because honestly in these days, you know, it's very rare to hear people having a dream. Or rather I should say, all people have dream, but somehow it just was forgotten. Yeah, so when I heard that, you know, I was like, oh, this is, you know, you reminded me of the reason why I go into team management. Yeah, so the reason why, you know, I set up Real Team is because I hope to empower women like us, you know, to have a rewarding real estate career and from there, you know, to pursue whatever dreams that they have through this career. So when I heard that you have this dream, I was like, you know, really excited and yeah, so, you know, at the same time, it reminded me of why I am doing this. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, so-
it's a small dream and it's a small goal, but I also believe, you know, even though we're from different backgrounds, you know, we have the same, we have similar values, and this is why I'm so happy to be part of the Real Team. You know, I really believe that women should be independent
Yes.
and that they should achieve their goals. They should set goals and they should achieve their goals. And I think being part of this real estate team with many other women, the support is just unbelievable. You know, we have all different types of colleagues, different ages, from different
Yes.
backgrounds, and you know, like we just all kind of just mesh. And so, can I ask you a question, Vivian?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I'm just curious to know, you know, like we both want to empower women. We want women to be independent and find a good work-life balance in real estate. Can I ask you how you started this journey?
I got my first place and then I came into the real estate industry and I was single then, you know. Then after that I got married, you know, I have first kid, second kid, you know, and now my kids are older. So throughout this journey, right, as I look back, I was thinking, you know, when my kids were younger, I was very fortunate because I'm able to spend a lot of time with them. But as I look around me, the peers, you know, that are around my age, you know, my friends who are young mothers, they spend a lot of time in their work, 9-to-5 job. And the common feeling that they have is that they have this guilt because they don't spend enough time with their kids. Yeah. As our kids grow up, so we wanted to come out to the society to work because, you know, the kids has grown up. But it is a bit difficult because, especially for stay-at-home mom who has not been working for so many years, right? It's very difficult for them to come back into the society to work. So I also thought that, you know, a real estate career is actually a good job for this group of people who has been away from the working society for so long. Yeah, so, and then of course, you know, around me, I see so many of my friends, you know, who are super career women. You know, but they reach a stage where they feel that, hey, they are giving so much to their work and they don't have a work-life balance and they want to pursue something that is more meaningful for them. And looking at all these examples, right, I really think that real estate is a very good career that can provide for this group of people. And that's the reason why I was thinking, after 20 years in the industry, I want to use my experience to work with this group of people. You know, hopefully, you know, we can empower them, you know, to have a successful real estate career, and with that, to pursue whatever dreams that they may have. Yeah, and also that's the objective of us doing this, you know, breakthrough series. Because in life, you know, many of us are really in our comfort zone, and it really takes some courage, you know, and some inspirational stories to step out of this comfort zone and create the breakthroughs in our life. Yeah, so I hope that by doing this video, by having people like you, sharing the stories, we are able to inspire the people around us. Yep.
And I'm very proud of us that we did this today.
Yes, we created the breakthrough for today. Okay, before we go, I want to give you a gift.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so, sorry, yeah. Okay, so.
Oh, this is the gift.
Yes, this is the gift that I wanted to give to you. Okay, anyway.
It's a prop.
Okay, anyway, Michelle
Aww,
Obama, yeah,
thank you so
she really inspired me a
really
lot.
is.
Yeah, so, so this is for you.
Aw, thank you.
So with this, we'll wrap up today's video, and yes, once again, we did it!